I want to start by saying I am not someone who overreacted to things. I ordered food delivery several times a week. I had been doing it for years. The drivers were almost always completely ordinary people doing a job, and my interactions with them were brief and transactional and fine. I had maybe 3 or 4 interactions across years of ordering that had been slightly uncomfortable, and I had handled them the way you handled those situations. Calmly, briefly, closed the door, moved on. What happened over the course of 3 weeks in February was different from any of that. I want to be clear about what made it different before I describe the specific events, because I think people read accounts like this and assume the person telling it was frightened by normal things or was reading into ordinary behavior. I was not. I am methodical and I am calm under pressure, and I had been living alone in my apartment for 4 years, and I knew the difference between a slightly awkward interaction and something genuinely wrong. What happened in February was something genuinely wrong. The first time he delivered to me, I did not think anything of it. It was a Tuesday night, around 9:30. I had ordered from a Thai place about 1.5 miles from my apartment. The app assigned a driver, showed me the photo, gave me the name. His name on the app was Marcus. His photo showed a man in his 40s with a beard. Standard. He arrived in about 20 minutes. I had set the order to contactless delivery, which was my default, meaning he would leave the food at the door and I would get a notification when it was there. I did not need to interact with him at all, except that he did not leave the food at the door. He knocked. I looked at the app. The order was set to contactless. The delivery instructions said leave at door, no need to knock. Standard language I used on every order. He knocked again. I went to the door because the food was out there, and I was hungry and knocking was not a crime. I opened the door and he was standing there with the bag and he smiled and he said, "Here you go. Hope you enjoy it." I said thank you and took the bag and closed the door. I thought he probably did not read the delivery instructions. Some drivers did not read them. It was mildly annoying, and it was also not a significant thing to be annoyed about. I gave him 4 stars instead of 5 because he had knocked when I had asked for contactless. This was the extent of my response to the interaction. 4 stars, moving on. I did not think about him again that night. The second time was 8 days later, a Wednesday, about the same time in the evening. I ordered from a different restaurant. The app assigned a driver and I looked at the photo. It was Marcus. This was not remarkable. The app worked on geographic proximity and availability,